Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to another episode on the Unity 21 server. Just gathering some wood here for the walls of my wheat farm at my base. And I think with that, I came out to get oak and dark oak, and I think with that I have all the different types of wood I need. Certainly enough saplings to continue growing for them. Let me get back on my mule variations and we'll head off back to base, which I think is going to be the first time you guys see the base from the inside. I know we briefly covered the exterior, which hasn't changed much since. It's coming into view here. Very nicely. Got that portal set up. Of course, there's the put the entire nearly 7-minute fight between me and all the gas up in a separate little bonus footage video. Maybe we'll see the bridging I finally got around to doing after that. So we got a lot of digging to do still on the interior, because I'm planning on putting everything inside the mountain or the tower, or as much of it as I can. So I guess I'll just take you through, because I've built the elevator shaft all the way up. So we're going to start down here. This isn't really going to be much of a floor, even though it's level 1. It'll be the entrance to the mines, and I'm going to have a slime block jumper to get you up on the top of the tower instead of having to do a door. But it'll be redstone. I haven't used redstone before in the base, and I'm looking forward to finally doing it. And I guess it'll just be like, I'll do some interior design on this to make it look like a nice foyer, because here we come up to the actual water elevators, but I've got ladder up on each side. So then we move up to level 3. It's going to have automatic bee and sheep farms, if I can figure out how to do that. I've got some farms started up here on level 4. This is where the wheat farm's gonna go, and I still need to dig that out completely. Got my potatoes up here. Got the bees over here, but they're all gone for some reason. I'm gonna put the carrots over here, and I'm gonna move the bees somewhere else, but I need to get more bees. Oh, let's go sleep. Well, we got the chance, because I think otherwise phantoms are coming after it. Oh no, we slept the night before. Okay. Oh yeah, and then I have this little hallway here, and this cute little desert mini biome. What do you call them? Arboreum. Although it's open to the outside. That's open air right there. And then we move up to level 5, which has my storage room. Not complete yet. I haven't finished organizing everything. Furnaces. I'm probably going to put some blast furnaces there on the bottom row or something. Enchantment table for now, but I'm probably just going to plop a bed down, because we put the enchantment table level 6, enchanting and brewing, is going to go up here. Level 7, sugarcane, egg, and pumpkin farms. Because I'm trying not to eat meat on the server outside of fish. That was my first food source. So pumpkin pies all the way. And then we get up to level 8, and I'm gonna have the like I said last time, put the radio station up here on this plateau up top. So this is just gonna be kind of an entrance into the top gardens. I might even cover this all in moss or something, so it's a nice green color too. Verdant, a little oasis up at the top of this savanna. You can see all the way down there. It's a very tall tower. No wonder I've only died twice on the server, and it's both times been because I've fallen off of my tower while building it. And I nearly died a third time too, going up the the elevator here because I came up here and jumped and fell off of that, and I ended up on that floor below with like a heart. So that's my plans for all the levels of my tower. But yeah, we got to get working on some farms here, which is what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to finish digging out the majority of this, and I'll be right back. I love the new the deep slate tiles. They've got that blue and the gray in them more than just the black and the dark gray. That reminds me of some concrete that's made to look like some tiles. That's on the side patio at our house, which is probably my favorite part of the house. I think it's seemingly everybody else's too. It's the most well-rounded out part of the house. Looks really nice. I enjoy sitting there every evening for a happy hour, cocktail. Not that I endorse Sirius XM or being paid by them to advertise their radio station, but we do have a subscription, my family. Sip of coffee. Excuse me. We do have a subscription to Sirius XM, and we often listen to the Yacht Rock channel, which I think is currently channel 70, which is very nice, almost like Sounds of the Summer, seemingly. My mother really enjoys it because that's a lot of the music that she remembers from when she was my age. And we sit out there and have a cocktail and listen to, whatever's on. Rupert Holmes. Rupert Holmes is a very underrated artist. I know people know him from mainly the Pina Colada song and perhaps his other two hits from that album, him and Answering Machine, which I think was a minor hit, at least in the U.S. I don't know how he fared in the U.K. or other abroad music charts. He's a very underrated artist because, first of all, that entire album is he's a bit like Loudon Wainwright III or even God, what's his name? Who sang "You Got a Friend in Me" from Toy Story? Randy Newman, Short People, and all that. Where he's got this very or Warren Zevon, where he's got this sort of very acerbic wit about him that's quite funny, which you can see in the Pina Colada song and Answering Machine. One of my favorite songs from that album is Lunch Hour, which the chorus goes, lunch hour, lunch hour, lunch hour, lunch hour. How do you find time to eat? There are so many people on the street, and all of them are hungry, 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 hungry. It's a great song. I suggest everyone check out that entire album. The singing is much better than what I just did to your ears. Partners in Crime, 1979, I think. But yeah, I mean, he's got some other good stuff. I have both of his first two albums, Widescreen, 74, and 75's eponymously titled Rupert Holmes. And they're both very good albums. Once again, still with that sort of comedic aspect to his music that you find in the Pina Colada song and other songs that he's done. A song called Nearsighted about needing to wear glasses. I very much identify with that. I am at least half nearsighted myself. It's very nice. There's a lot of aspects of yacht rock that are very similar across all of them. I know a lot of them used Bernard Purdie as a drummer. He's got that specific the Purdie shuffle, which I think is a drum beat that's in like 12/8 time or something like that. Very distinctive. You hear that on a lot of songs. I think the one I really know it from is Babylon Sisters by Steely Dan. I think that is the Birdie Shuffle. I could be wrong. Maybe it's Peg I'm thinking of. But speaking of Peg, the other major thing is Michael McDonald sings backing vocals on a lot of those other artists, or he sings lead on, say, Doobie Brothers, or I Keep Forgetting Every Time You're Here, or Sweet Freedom, any of his solo stuff. He's got a fantastic voice. Him and Christopher Cross and Boz Scaggs. So when Michael McDonald and Boz Scaggs and Donald Fagen of Steely Dan got together to create the, I think the Dukes of September, or the New York Rock and Soul Review, or maybe it was both of them were the names of their band together. It was like a tour de force. I never got to see them live. I'd like to be, if they're still doing it, I'd like to see them live at some point. That'd be pretty great, because three very distinctive voices of that sort of soft rock, echoing sort of like the late 70s, early 80s disco, new wave sort of fusion era. My dog. Oh, be back, fellas. We're good. We're very good. Package drop off. That's what got her crazy. Where was I? Oh God. Yes. Distinctive parts of yacht rock. It goes so far as even to say that specific songs sound similar. I was noticing recently that I Go Crazy, the 1977 hit by Paul Davis, and Into the Night, the 1981, I want to say, hit by Benny Mardones, sound incredibly similar. And obviously, I Go Crazy is a much better song because it's about consensual relationships with people that aren't 16 years old. Because, I mean, Benny Mardones, first of all, he looks as creepy as the song is, but in the first line is she's just 16 years old, and him talking about, you know, their love is being kept apart by people who don't understand what love is yet. So it's very, very creepy. I mean, he was in his 30s when he wrote that song. You expect that sort of stuff from artists from back then, because it's at this point it's ubiquitous. It's ubiquitous. We feel like, okay, it's going to come out eventually that everybody who had a hit in the 70s was some sort of statutory rapist at the very least. But to be that egregious in the very first part of the song, saying that people are telling us this is wrong and this is illegal, but I want to do this anyway. It's absolutely insane. So that's why I Go Crazy is the much better song out of those two that sound incredibly similar. But yeah, if you haven't looked it up, look up Benny Mardones just to see how creepy he really does look. Even for the 70s, it's too much, that look. And speaking of artists who, you know, you lose some respect for because of the crazy shit they do, let's talk about Van Morrison, because I didn't talk anything about Van Morrison last year because I think I'd stopped making videos on the server by the time he started going fucking nuts. But he released 4 anti-lockdown songs last year, calling the scientists liars and the UK government fascist, which, you know, in some ways I agree with, but not exactly in that fashion, Van. He's just gone off the deep end. He released 2 videos in the last 2 days talking about how the health minister of Northern Ireland and Arlene Foster, the leader of the Democratic Unionist Party of Northern Ireland in the UK Parliament, are dangerous fellows, I think might have been the exact terminology he said. And this is because he was told that he couldn't perform at the Europa Hotel because it was considered, a health hazard or something. And this is, right as we're talking about, this is recent. The lockdowns are starting to be lifted now and everything, but the UK's been set back a couple weeks from their quote unquote Freedom Day that we're talking about. And Arlene Foster, a politician and not a professional singer, supposedly sang somewhere, and I have absolutely no idea what exactly that means for I have no idea whether she moonlights as a famous songstress herself or something. But Van Morrison was talking about, oh, it's very hypocritical that you let this politician sing something, but you won't let me sing this something in front of a very crowded group of people who obviously very much follow my views about the idea of like COVID-19 was no longer high risk back in March of 2020, which is lifted directly from a lyric from a song that I think is called As I Walk Down on the Streets, which was one of the anti-lockdown songs he released last year. Could be mixing up the songs. There was that one. There was No More Lockdown, which I mean, these are just terrible songs overall too, because they're just like very simple, like 12-bar blues songs, where it's just like no more lockdown, no more lockdown, no more lockdown. You're all fascists and everything. He's released an album this year, latest record project. And oh my god, is it horrible. I sat through the entire 2-hour thing, and he's just ranting about random shit. My favorite one overall, though, is the absolute ironic nature of the fact that he titled a song Stop Bitching, Do Something, which you haven't guessed yet, constitutes 90% of the lyrics that he actually sings in the song, because the man has absolutely no songwriting talent seemingly left. Every aspect of it. My block sounds, and I think I'm still having problems with the block sounds, or with the Minecraft sounds in my recordings, and I'm going to try and fix that again after this video. But I got to turn it up way loud for you to just hear a tiny bit of it. It's insane. I can't believe he's fallen this far, because his last couple albums, he actually seemed to have some power behind his voice, some emotion, but that's just not accurate anymore. It's not an accurate description of his voice. I mean, like I said, I've heard a couple of his albums over the last couple of years, and none of them are nearly as half-assed as this sounds. Which is just another one of those aspects of, don't idolize anybody, because they'll always disappoint you, especially people in the music. But like, I can reconcile with the fact that that Leonard Cohen was a philanderer. I can reconcile with the fact that Bob Dylan is an asshole, because most of his major good music, like Blood on the Tracks, is built off the fact that he was such an asshole that his wife divorced him. I can reconcile with the fact that Elvis Costello said the N-word and then apologized for that. I think he called James Brown the N-word sometime in the late 70s when he was doing his first tour in America or something. And then he used it in one of his famous songs, Oliver's Army. But he's since apologized for that. He does a lot of charity work and everything. But I still don't idolize him, even though I like his music. I like to emulate some parts of his musical and songwriting style myself. Joni Mitchell, I'm a big fan of Joni Mitchell, and I'm a big fan of Bob Dylan. People who are diametrically opposed to each other. Joni Mitchell has gone out vocally and talked about how Bob Dylan's a big fraud before, but I can reconcile with that fact, because you got to separate the artist from his music sometimes. Sometimes something so egregious really just poisons his music for you. I won't be buying another Van Morrison album again, but luckily I already have all the best ones. I have Moondance, I have Astral Weeks, I have Veedon Fleece and St. Dominic's Preview and stuff like that. So I'm not worried about it. I don't think Van will be putting out another masterpiece I'll be missing out on. anytime soon. One more thing I will say, that Van Morrison, though, and his situation, is at the very least, I can say thanks for showing me how much of an asshole you are. So now I can get ahead of the story, and I don't have to. I don't have to be surprised when it comes out at some later point that you are an asshole. It's a comforting feeling that, in the very least, though it does pain you sometimes to see your heroes fall so far from your good graces. Oh yeah, I have not yet gotten to make barrels this game. Right? Yeah, these are the first barrels I made all game. That's insane, isn't it? But check it. We're gonna make a barrel roof. It's gonna look so good with the. Oop, hold on. I might need some scaffolding. I previously used barrels in conjunction with the. Oh, what was it? The Blackstone from last update. Because there's the black barrel rings, the black iron barrel rings, black iron barrel rings. Yes, black iron barrel rings. Okay, got that tongue twister out of the way, and I've forgotten what I was doing. God damn it. There we go. We gotta jump. Not like that, though. Okay. Oh, so close. I need 10. I need 10 more barrels. Of course, with the barrel roof, it makes me feel like this needs to be a like a like a wine cellar almost. And y'all know how much I like my wine cellars. There's a fantastic one I built that'll show up soon enough on a project that me and Ty have been working on, and I think tonight we might actually have our first record of that, because I know he's planning on recording people partaking in the adventure that we've set up there. We'll make these one taller, just to go with the roof. There's Maggie and Tempo joining up. Do that one, and the barrel roof should be complete. I don't have anywhere close to enough seeds to actually fill this out with the wheat yet. And I think I'm just going to go simple. Oh god, should I go fifth? No, I'm going to go simple spruce on the floor here. But I think I might continue this. I'm going to need to get more wood on this back wall. And, oh, you know what I'm actually, no, I won't do that. Because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to put a Tom Waits bone machine right here. And that's what I'm going to do, and but I'm going to end the episode right here for now, because I think this is going to end up being a bit of a longer episode again. I might have to put in some bonus footage on another extra video. Maybe that'll just be the thing I do. These things are growing well. I've gotten 2 glowberries to grow so far on the vines I've had since day 1. So they do not grow fast. I do not know exactly how fast they grow or whether there's a way to expedite that process. Hopefully there is, but let me just fill in the floor here on the walkway, and then we'll call it a day. At least no crash today. Yeah, we haven't crashed today. Something about the Java 16 that we're with Heavy Node. Heavy Node's been using to run 1.17. There's been problems apparently. Okay, that's where we'll end today. So I'll see you guys next time.